Hi, I'm Rich with New Life Scientific, and today I wanted to shoot a quick video of this Mettler Toledo Garvens, the XS2. It's a marking and verification system. And originally this was actually developed for counterfeit drugs. So pharmaceutical companies were wanting an option to track all their drugs as they were being manufactured and packaged. So they developed this machine, and it's a very high speed. As normal, you got the high-speed Checkweigher over here from Mettler Toledo, and then also the marking system, which is the Domino laser over here. But I wanted to shoot a video because this is a really nice system. Maybe you're a food manufacturer also, don't really need maybe the verification part of it, but still getting the date codes and the check weighing in it. But I'm just going to cover a little bit kind of where we at New Life have kind of verified this machine at, and let you know what's going to need to be done to get it set up and get this thing running again, and then also maybe give you some measurements. One thing nice about this is it's very versatile in size, quick changeovers. I really like the idea, and it's got all your adjustments are all got the number settings, so that once you find that sweet spot for that item you're running, you just get all your numbers and reset the machine when you're ready to run that option again, that product. But I'm going to come over to the end here just real quick, and we're going to start at this end and kind of work our way through the machine. But just to start off, I measured the width of it here, and it looks like you can do about 8 3/8 inches wide and about 3 1/8 inches tall. There is just a little bit more height that you could get. I've noticed they actually put a blocker. This could actually be adjusted a little bit higher. You could actually take that block out of here. You can see this vinyl block. You could actually take that out there and adjust this belt even higher. Again, you'd have to cut the plexiglass out a little bit more. But it would actually go up, it looks like, another 2 inches with no problem. But obviously the previous owner didn't need that height. So I'm going to say that you could probably get up into the 5-inch height too if you really needed that. So anyways, we're going to move through this. Basically what happens, your item would feed in, and you would have the dominoes set up to print, laser print, anything you want. Essentially you can have serial numbers put into it, date codes, you can print your logo on it. But then the next step in this is there's a camera down here that's going to verify, and that's where you get the V in your MV. So this is your verified camera. Now that's verifying your print. So what was happening in the pharmaceuticals is that they needed a way to track their serial number. So that would actually verify it and track it and upload the information so that you could verify that your drugs were actually coming from them and they weren't some knockoff brand. But anyways, it can easily be utilized just simply by verifying that you've got the right date codes. You can verify that it's got your logo or whatever. But what you will need right up front is the Systech software, which we don't have. In order to make this machine run properly, it has to have the Systech software. It has to recognize that camera so that it can allow the machine to actually continue to run. So that's where our roadblock was when we set the machine up. We called the company and they said, well, you have to have the Systech software. We didn't really want to purchase the software just to verify it running, but it did come out of a facility where it was up and running with no problem. And the computer would normally sit off to the side with the Systech software running. It would send the signals back to the machine to allow the machine to actually run. So once that's set up, then the machine would initialize and be able to run. But that camera there is what is the verifying part of the Systech software. So it'd verify it. That camera can actually be mounted on top. You can have 2 cameras mounted if you wanted to. You can mount one on top here and keep the one on the side. But right now you got your laser printing here, so you would just read what you printed here to verify it. Now if that verification said no, it wasn't printed right, then as the product enters this area here, you can see back here it has a jet blaster. So if that camera says no, it wasn't printed or it couldn't read right, it's just going to simply jet blast that product into this dispense bin. And then down here you have a sensor that's going to say, yes, we received the rejected part, so then the machine will continue running. However, if it jet blasts it and it doesn't receive the rejected part, then your machine probably will shut down until you fix that error. Moving on here, after it passes that, then it goes to the Mettler Toledo high-speed Checkweigher. And here we have our load cell here, and there are videos online where you can see this actually run and see how fast it actually does the check weighing and how fast it does the domino printing. And again, it's checking your weight. If it accepts it, then it passes on through. If it doesn't like the weight, then again you have another jet blast here. So it's going to reject the piece again, and again here you have the sensor that's going to actually read the rejected part to make sure that it was rejected. And then of course it will just pass off on down the line to your next phase. But all the mechanics are here, came out of a working facility, and when we get things from pharmaceutical companies, a lot of times they take the computer and they destroy it for fear of losing classified secret information. So that was one thing we didn't get, is the Systech software with their computer. You're going to probably need the computer, the dongle, and the software to get this up and running. You might have the software already and just incorporate this into one of your packaging lines. But very nice system, food gradable, just all the adjustments you need to make. The whole laser tower is adjustable back here. It has its own adjustments where you can adjust how close you want the laser from your product printing. One thing I will point out too is that we do not have the exhaust vacuum for the exhaust of the laser printer. Some factories have their own exhaust system built in, or you can just recycle it utilizing a simple carbon filter with the exhaust box in the back. But we don't have that, so that's one thing that it does need. It does need to recognize airflow pulling through to engage the machine, so you will definitely need that to initialize the machine also. But like I said, other than that, the vacuum for the air filtration, it seems to be a complete unit. We went through, checked some of the sensors, made sure everything was there, made sure the touch screen is working, everything powers up. We got pictures with the machine actually powered up. But to actually get it to do anything, you're going to need the Systech software with the Vision Tech installed and programmed, and you're going to probably need a technician from Mettler Toledo or somebody that's very familiar with this equipment to actually go in and set the system up and incorporate it into your line. We at New Life, we don't offer that option on this type of equipment, so we're selling this system, as working, but you will need a technician to go in and get it set up and get it running. Mechanically, we feel like this is a great machine. Mechanically, we feel like everything is intact and ready to go. So that's pretty much it. It's a 2010. It's in great condition, was in a really nice environment. You can see it's in great condition, other than some nicks in the plexiglass where it had rejected maybe some products and a little dusty maybe, but easily cleaned up. This would be a great machine. I think that's it. I thank you for watching. If you got any questions, give me a call here at New Life Scientific.